Good. All kinds of problems with our slides here. We usually have music and light effects for this event, but we're having to do without it until we get that fixed. But in the meantime, we're working with this, and sometimes it sticks. So let's try that again. Here we go. Let's see. It's still not doing it? Really? Okay. All right, cool.
It's working for us. For us, it's working.
What do you mean stuck again? There we go. That'll work. All right, everybody. So we're going to have to skip that. I know it runs for some people, but I wasn't seeing it. And if I can't hear the music, I can't dance to it. All right? I just can't do it. All right. Now, for those of you who don't know, my name is Michael Forrest, and welcome to It's Time to Move. Now, before we get going, if I can ask you guys to stay off of the stage area here. This way, nobody blocks this big display behind me. It gives me a little bit of room to move around, do that whole hosting thing, right? Also, any text messages sent to me, I'm not going to address them at all until the end of the event. All right, so don't waste your time. If you need to get in touch with us, really the best way to do it is by joining our Discord. You find the address right here. It's a great way to reach us if you have any questions or comments, or you just want to say hello. It's really the best way to get a hold of us. We're always available there. Also, if I can direct your attention to the microphone at the very top of your menu wheel, when that microphone icon is clear, that means we can hear everything that's happening in your environment. I do mean everything, and that's usually great because I like hearing you guys laughing. I like being able to interact with you, all right? But if during this event, maybe there's like a conversation happening down over here that's maybe better suited, for the campfire, like, tell me again, Desdemona, how do you make those pancakes? How do you make them fluffy?
It's my birthday.
No. It's your birthday. Okay, the secret's the milk, and it's also Ash Attack's birthday. This is exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about.
Just try to find as many people as I could to say, because I love VR World. It's my birthday.
Okay. Well, happy birthday, Ash. We appreciate you stopping by. All right, but that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Let's say Ash comes in the middle of the event while I'm doing the introduction and goes, "It's my birthday," right? Ash might find that her microphone turns to red. And if that should happen, that means that you're muted. Now, if you're muted, all right, don't feel bad because, it's kind of useful because somebody can come into your space and say, how come you're moving around like that? You'll be able to answer them because we won't be able to hear that. And if you are muted, if it does turn red and if it does come down to that, you're going to find that you have that pink cheek smiley face in your emoji wheel. When you click on that, you have all these options to express yourself. I'll leave it to you to choose which are the most appropriate, but I would like to reserve this one because this is by far the most distracting of all the emojis. This giant hand sticking right out of your head, right? That's pretty distracting. And if you're one of those that keeps going, like, we're going to use this as kind of a signal. So if something goes wrong during the event, like my moderator set the stage on fire, that can happen. Maybe Sharky's making fun of me behind my back. I'm going to want to know that kind of stuff. So you guys let me know, all right? If you're one of those that keeps going like this throughout the entire event, just like this over and over again, chances are I'm going to keep on going because you might be messing around, or maybe you're having an experience that's only happening to you, and you can usually solve this by just re-entering the space. That can help that, all right? You could also press the X to close the emoji panel, but it's a really good idea to leave it open during events like this because, it gives everybody some feedback, lets them know what you're experiencing. So the person next to you starts going like this, that means they found something funny, and you might not agree. You might be like, nah, that's not funny at all. I'm going to go stand over here. And you can totally do that because this is VR. Now, what's this event all about, right? This event is basically, if you've ever been to it, how many of you have ever been to It's Quest Time? Anybody ever been to It's Quest Time? Put your hands up if you've been there. All right. None of you? Wow. Okay. Oh, no, I'm not offended. That's fine. Okay. But in that event, we do this movement exercise to get people used to the controllers. And it turns out that's very popular. People were coming in just for that segment alone, and they'd leave right after. And we said, wouldn't it be cool to develop an event around that? So we started working on it. Now, while we were working on it, we were also working on it Shark Time. And while we were working on that event, we were making a lot of jokes about how sharks have to move to survive. But you know what? That's not just true of sharks. That's true of all of us, really. And now the way the world is, we're all staying home like much more than we were before. Right? We're all isolating and we're cut off from our families, our friends, in many cases work. And, a lot of us are turning to VR to address this issue. Some of us are turning to VR for our fitness needs. Some of us are meeting our friends and families in VR. And some of us are even working in VR. Right? And as we do this, right, when you first start coming into VR, if you're thinking about your controls, you're not doing it right. All right, because you're going to hear a word in Altspace and in all over VR, really. You're going to hear a couple words. You're going to hear presence and you're going to hear immersion. And all this means is when you get to a point where you're not thinking about the controls anymore. Like when I'm up here and I'm moving around, you see my hands moving, you'll see my fingers pointing. I'm not thinking about how I do that. I just do it, right? And you're supposed to get to that level. But how do you get there? right? If you're first coming in, and you're meeting your family in here, it's nice. You feel like you've been somewhere, and that's the goal. You need to, like, after this event, when you take your headset off, you should feel like you've been somewhere. You'd be like, oh yeah, I'm home. How'd that happen, right? But how do you get to that point? Well, you do that by developing muscle memory. And the way you develop muscle memory is by doing like exercises that are kind of rapid fire. And that's kind of what we're going to do here as we explore. We're going to explore movement. We're going to explore immersion. And we're also going to explore connection. All right. Because this is social VR. And if you look around the room right now, all right. Oh, yeah. People from all over the world. Quick show of hands, everybody. How many of you were in North or South America? If you're North or South America, put your hands up like this. Let me see. All right, cool. All right, now how many of you are from Europe or Asia or, let's see, there we go. Anyone from Africa? Anyone from Africa? Australia? Let me see, anyone from Australia? All right, New Zealand. We got anyone from New Zealand in here? All right, but if you were looking around the room as I asked that question, or those questions, you get a real sense we're all scattered all over the globe right now. Right? And that's pretty amazing because we're all standing in the same room. Right? So we're going to explore that together. Right? Now, the first thing we're going to do is, this will be very helpful if we have some of our settings set the same way. So I'm going to take you through a couple of menu options. Don't feel like you have to do this. It's just going to make things a little bit easier. Also, keep in mind that this event is suitable for all fitness levels. It's okay if you're standing. It's okay if you're seated. The only thing that I ask is make sure that you have enough room to move your arms out to your sides like this. All right? Be very mindful of your real world environment. Like in my case, I've got a lamp right here. So if I throw my hand too far back, I get a little bit too into it. You guys are going to hear a crash, and then you're going to hear Michael Forrest get very upset because his lamp just took a dive off the table. That's happened before, actually. Somewhat, we don't want to see that happen again. So be mindful of your real world environment, and also listen to your body. If you find you're moving around and you're starting to get winded and you need to take a break, just pull off over the side. All throughout this event, you're going to see people coming in. They're going to go stand in the back, and they're just going to watch. All right, that's completely cool. So and let's say that we're going a little bit too fast and you're having trouble keeping up, just move off to the side and just watch and join in whenever you're ready to. Just listen to yourself. All right, don't take it too seriously because we're here to have fun first and foremost. Okay. All right. Now let's go through these settings real quick to make sure they're the same. And again, you don't feel like you have to do this. Let's just make sure that we start. It's just a little bit easier this way. If you press that blue and white triangle button on your lower left, your main menu is going to open, and you're going to see that you have a settings tab in the lower right, and you press on that settings tab. There's a little cogwheel icon right above it, and when you press on that, you're going to see that you have all these options on the left hand side. The first one we're going to talk about is the second one down. It's the comfort option right there. You're going to see that you have a teleport transition. If you set that to dash, it'd be very helpful. And now go ahead and switch down to the input category. That's the third one down, and at the very bottom there, you're going to see teleport aiming. There you can change that to line. Once that's changed to line, you're good to go with your settings, and just press that close tab in the lower right. All right, you'll be able to see again. Hey, everybody, because we're going to be moving around like that a bit during the event, and it'll be very helpful if you guys, are on the same page like that. All right. So now we're going to start out with first and this is where I really miss my music. If everybody holds on to that grip button right there on the sides, you're going to find that your hands go into a point. Now put them together to make like a triangle, like the AltspaceVR logo. All right. Now let's start out with a little AltspaceVR pride. Put it up nice and high. Show me some AltspaceVR pride. And as you do so, I want you to stretch your arms out nice and far. Feel like you're really wringing out those muscles a little bit. All right. Make it, feel the tightness in your arms, just like that. All right. Now what I'd like you to do is squeeze your trigger buttons so that your thumbs touch, right? And now touch your thumbs to the buttons without pressing down so you make two fists, right? Now turn your fists around so that your fingers face toward the ceiling. And now pull your fist down toward your side and pull your shoulders back in kind of a strong pose. I mean, feel the power of it, right? This strong pose is a place we're going to go back to a lot. We're going to use this as our starting point, okay? Now the first thing I'd like you to do is put your arm straight up above you, just like this, as high as you can, and stretch those arms out. All right, very good. All right, now move them down to your sides, just like this. All right, now what I'd like you to do, I want to see what this looks like. I've been thinking about this. Go into these circles. I want to see if I can actually see this. All right, go into these circles there. Oh, that looks cool. All right, no, that's wild. Oh, I like that. All right, so keep doing these circles here. And at this point, you're going to probably start feeling your arms heat up a little bit. That's a good thing. All right, now what I want you to do is take your left arm in like this, right, to your chest, right, while the right arm's out. Right, now I want you to swing that arm back out as your other arm comes in like that. Right, and alternate. Very good. All right, now again with the swing. Right, very good. And swing. All right, everybody, swing, just like that, and swing. Look at that. Oh, everybody's moving in sync. Sing, swing. Well, you don't got to sing. And swing. There we go. There we go. Very cool. All right, let's go back to that strong pose. Okay, let's try something else. That looked cool. That worked out. All right, now what I'd like you to do is, let's see, put your arm straight up again. All right, and come down directly in front of you and put your hands so that the backs are facing each other like this, like that, right? And kind of pull them apart just like that. I lost tracking there. There we go. Kind of like you're swimming, right? This is Sharky's favorite. He insists that I do this one. All right, now, so we're swimming through here. You feel your arms heating up at all? Anybody feel the arms heating up? All right, yeah? Okay, cool. All right, now let's see. Let's try put the arms back out at the sides like this, right? And now bring the arms in together. And as you do, cross your left arm over your right so that your forearms cross like that. Now swing them back out, right? Now as we swing them back in, I want you to reverse that. Put the right arm over the left like that, all right? Very good. Now swing it out and reverse. There we go. Bring it back in and out. Now pick up the pace. Let's go a little bit faster. Swing it in and swing it out. Swing it in and swing it out. Oh, wow, you really feel this in your arms, right? Okay, let's see. Swing it in and swing it out. All right, very good. Let's go back to that strong pose again, right? And now lift your left hand up as high as you can. Just the left one. And when you get up there, make a fist. All right, grab it so the avatar's making a fist and pull down like this as your other arm comes up like you're climbing a ladder, which, by the way, is a really useful skill to have in VR. You're going to use this in Vader Immortal. You're going to use this in The Climb. You're going to use this in Half-Life Alyx. That's a good one, right? You know, for some reason, the VR games, they have a lot of climbing in them, so it's kind of a good skill to have, right? But maybe, you know, this is your VR career, right? Like you host an event, and then you host another event, and then you host another event, and you're going to keep going until you're VR famous. There I am. I'm out on YouTube. All right, I'm getting kind of carried away with that bit. All right, there we go. All right, so come back to that strong pose like this, right? And now what we're going to do is let's explore some movement type stuff, okay? So we're still going to do some stretching, but we're going to start out with some basic movement stuff, and we're going to build on it. All right, we're going to start out simple, and then we're going to build on it. So if everybody comes over to this side of the room, like right over here, now what we're going to do is we're going to put our arms together like this, make an X, right? And we're going to slide across the room to the other side, just like that. Now, as you move in VR, where you look is very important. So if you look down the dashed line, that'll make sure that you kind of stay in your lane. If you go out of your lane, it's no big deal, though. Now, when we get to the end, I want you to dramatically, with a lot of flair, turn your head to the other side like that. And when you turn to the other side, aim your teleporter, that's the top button next to your right thumbstick, right? And aim that across the room and boom, teleport right across the room, right? Everybody teleport on over to the other side. Let's leave no one behind. Everybody get on over here. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to build on this. So make that X again, just like this. And now this time what we're going to do is very dramatically, with a lot of flair, we're going to extend our arm out just like this. Right? And now we're going to start gliding across the other side of the room, just like that. Now, when we get to the end, all right, I want to see a very dramatic, and I want you to convince me, really mean it, all right? I want to see you turn the head just like that and teleport, boom, right to the other side. I hear laughing. That's a good sign. All right, everybody, teleport on over. There we go. All right, now cross your arms just like this. All right, now we're going to build on this again. All right, one dramatic flare with the arm out and slide on out. And this time, put your arms up and over your head like a rainbow. And as that rainbow comes down to the other side, I want you to dramatically turn your head to the side with all the flair you can manage. Make it look fancy, people. All right, and then teleport to the other side. Make me believe it. Come on, let's see what you got. All right, awesome. All right, now we're going to do this. Let's make this a little bit more difficult. Now this right on your left controller, this trigger button, this is going to make you go faster. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it fast. Okay, so let's slide on out with all the flair, arms up and over like a rainbow. And as that rainbow comes down, give me that dramatic head turn like that, make it fancy and teleport, boom, over to the window. There we go, everybody, boom on over to the window. There we go, that's what we call it. All right, now hold down that accelerator button. Let's go again. Wrap the hand out with all the flair. And, you know, arms up and over, just like Matt there. And as that rainbow comes down, you dramatically turn that head and boom, right to the window, just like that. All right, now let's make this even harder, all right, by changing direction. Everybody turn around and face the other side of the room. All right, here's what we're going to do, people. What we're going to do. Oh, I'm behind the bar. How'd that happen? Anybody want to drink while I'm back here? Oh, that's messed up. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do the same thing. Let's start out slow. Let's build on it. All right, make that X. Put that arm out like this and start out slow. We're going over. You know, we're having a good time. Arms up and over like a rainbow. And as that rainbow comes down, give me that dramatic head turn toward the window and then teleport to the other side of the room. Boom, just like that, everybody. Come on over. Now let's jump into it and do it quick. Hold down that left accelerator button like that. Make an X with your hands like this. Flourish on out. Everybody's going on over. Arms up and over like a rainbow. And then when it comes down, turn your head all dramatic like it and boom, right to that window. All right, there we go. Let's try it one more time. Here we go. Make an X like this. Hands out like that. And come on, guys. Let's go on over here. We're going to arms up and over like a rainbow. And then as that rainbow comes down, we go boom, just like that to the other side. All right, now what we're going to do is you're going to see we have all these lanes set up. Now, this H lane, this is kind of for demonstrations because we got our stage blocker here. If you go in this lane, you might disappear and end up in the back of the room. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in these lanes one by one, all right? Now, I'm going to go into this lane right here, lane number 1 here. And as soon as I go in there, someone's going to come in behind me, and then someone's going to go in behind them, and then someone's going to behind them until we make this big train, right? All right, so somebody coming behind me, and we're going like this. We're going to start out slow and, pump those arms as we move. Now, when we get to these 2 dashes at the end, we're going to lift our arms up and start turning. This way, way we stay in our lane, all right? So you start movement 2 dashes right before the end of the lane. All right, so we're pumping those arms up, the last 2, we pull in that turn right there, all right? And we start moving. I see we got somebody frozen there. We're going to have to go around them. All right, pump those arms, right? And lift them up. And as soon as we go into lane 5, we're going to make it interesting by holding down on that accelerator. We're going to have to avoid Ash attack there because it looked like she didn't make it. You know, she just disappeared right there. All right, so we're going to have to go around there. All right, now hold down on that accelerator trigger and let's pick up the pace, everybody. All right, arms up on the turns and pump those arms in the lanes. Wow, we're chasing our own tail here. There's going to be an accident. All right, I'm going into 3. All right, follow me into 3, everybody. Here we go. I'm turning around right here for 3 goes into 2. All right, there we go. Oh, someone's going ahead of me. Oh, Nico's got the moves. Nico's in first. He could go all the way. All right, we're going out the front from 1 into 2 and then working our way back again. Now, as we work our way back, remember, if you feel dizzy, pull off to the side, okay? But we're going to go right here from 3 into 4. All right, put those arms up in kind of a flourish as you move. All right, from 4 into 5. All right, and at the very end here, I want everybody to pull off to the side. Hey, everybody, how's it going? What's going on, everybody in the back? What's going on? Whew, that was good. All right, now listen, I'd like to demonstrate some of the connection, all right, that we can experience in AltspaceVR. And the way we're going to do this is I like everybody, wherever you are in the world right now, I want everybody to form a big circle around this red ring right here. All right, everybody make a big circle right around here. All right, make me believe it, people. Make it circular. All right, that's good. It's starting to take shape. All right, that's circle-ish. All right, that'll work. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to move in towards this red circle, and we're going to put our hands down right above the center of this ring here, everybody. And let's join hands together, right? And look up at everybody's faces. All right, behind every single avatar right there's a real person. Look at that. Is it getting awkward yet? It feels kind of awkward, right? You know, but you got to think about that. We're doing this across oceans, people. In some cases, we're crossing continents. This guy's reaching out and smacking me from an ocean away. You see that? All right, lift your arms up like that and pull back just like that. All right, pull on back. Yeah, all right, just like that. That's awesome. And feel that power, feel that connection. I think we held it a little too long. That was kind of awkward. All right, but let's come on back together, and let's put our arms back down like this, right? This time we won't hold it for so long. It won't get weird, okay? We're joining hands. You feel that connection? Everybody feel that? All right, now yell yeah when you lift your arms up. Go yeah, like that, right? Everybody, yeah. Yeah, now pull it back. Pull it back. Nobody fall over if you're in a chair. That's bad. Falling over is bad. All right, so you come on over here and just do it again. All right, you feel that? You feel that connection there? Everybody just join them hands in there. Ready? All right, we're going to take AltspaceVR by force. You feel that connection? We're going to conquer that campfire. Here we go. Lift your arms up. Yeah. There we go. Tilt it on back. Oh, that looks awesome. All right, now, you're going to see something in AltspaceVR an awful lot where people move around in these circles, all right? Let me show you how to do that a little bit more effectively. If you join me by coming out through this doorway here, all right? Let's head on out here. Come on back this way. We're going to go in this backyard area. Now, once we get there, you're going to notice there's a track here. Looks like somebody's here already. Who we got here? We got Jim. Hey, Jim. Then we're going to go over to the side like this, right? And as we're moving through, put your arms up like this and face that black cube in the center. Right? And you're going to use this as a focal point, and this is going to enable you to go around in circles. What's interesting about this is, well, first of all, if you feel dizzy, pull off to the side there, okay? But what's interesting about this is if you fall off the ring here, you're actually going to feel the drop, you know, just by seeing the visual feedback. It's sort of like visual haptics. Now, if you hold down your left trigger, you can try doing this very quickly, and this is where we separate the professionals. All right, let's see here. All right, but yeah, you can actually feel it when you fall off the track, even though you can't see it. It's sort of like a visual haptic type thing. And now what we're going to do is we're going to work on, now that we got everybody good and dizzy, we're going to work on your hand-eye coordination. So if you follow me up these stairs here, all right, everybody come on up this way. What we're going to do is we're going to go onto the balcony here. Now, you're on your VR headset, you're looking at a two-dimensional screen, right? You know, it's just a flat surface. But what you're going to find is you can have the illusion of depth. And the way we can explore this depth is by picking up these objects here, these crystals or these mugs, and throwing them through these rings. So what I like you to do is pick up a crystal or a mug and throw it. And if you make the shot, which I did not, right, I would yell out the color. All right, nobody's muted, so you'll be able to yell out like orange if you make it. I see you there, Bode VR 69. You keep coming to my face like that. That's not cool to do. Please stop doing that, okay? I'd appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Now, after you make your shot, what you want to do, and listen, at the end of the shot, if you kind of snap your wrist at the end, right, that can really help with the distance. But you know what? If you don't throw the arm across the room, what was that, Matt? What was that? Oh, you were yelling out the color? All right, cool. But if you don't throw the controller around across the room, you did it right. All right, so now what we're going to do is teleport directly down like that, either to the stage or, you know, down in this area here. As soon as you make the shot, come on down, right? And once you're down here, people are still throwing. We can dodge the shots. Oh, look, everybody's down. Okay, so let's do another lap. Everybody come around here, follow me outside. And when we get outside, put your arms up and go around that ring again, all right? But only half the ring. So we're going to go out with the arms up, slide on over just like that. And when we come out of the turn, our back's going to be to the stairs. And So if you can, go up the stairs backwards. I want you to try to feel it, all right? It's showing some strong situational awareness, all right? And that's what I mean by that presence. You're actually feeling your environment, even though you can't always see it, all right? So what we're doing is we're going around here, and that's what really gives the illusion that we're in the same space together, all right? So let's take another throw here. I'm going to throw that purple one. Let's see, did I make it? No, it bounced off the edge, and I'm sitting up here in ruin. So I'm going to teleport over the banister down to the stage. Boom, just like that. All right, everybody, take your shot and come on down, everybody. Let me see, take that shot and teleport. Boom. Let's see, that was a nice throw on the purple. Let's see, we got an orange coming through and a yellow. All right, nice, very good. Oh, mugshot right in the middle. That doesn't sound right, mugshot. It sounds bad, you know? It's like I came to, it's time to move, and I left with a record. All right, cool. Let's go one more time, everybody. And that's not the kind of record you want to have. All right, so let's pump those arms and head outside, everybody. We're pumping them arms. We're running. We're going, put our arms up as we go through the circle. And as we come out of that circle, we're going to go to the top of the stairs here. We're going to go up backwards because we can, like a professional. I see that Rumi was in kind of there first place. That was kind of unusual there. He's waiting for us. That was weird. All right, so now I'm going to throw the orange one, and I missed again. Wow, my aim is terrible today. You know, throwing and hosting, it's just very difficult. All right, everybody, let's see how we're doing here. We got a blue. We got a yellow. I think that was a yellow. It might have been orange. Was it, Courtney, what was that, an orange or a yellow?
Yeah, orange.
Orange. Okay, so we got an orange. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, orange just missed it. That's terrible. Yeah, it's a very close call. All right, everybody. Let's teleport on down here, right? And we're going to come on over here. Let's do another lap, everybody. All right, so we're going to pump those arms and head outside. Everybody follow me. Let's try to stick together, everybody. Come on. We're going to head out the side here. Arms up and around the world with the circle right here. And then we're going to be going up the stairs backwards. Try to feel it, people. You know, it makes you a professional. There we go. Very nice. And once you get up to the top, let's, take ourselves another throw here. Let's see. I got myself a blue this time. I'm going to throw that on up. You know, oh, and I finally made it. I got my honor back. There we go. And I'm going to go right down there with the purple, right down on the stage here. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to change gears here, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to clear off the balcony and the stage. So if you're still on the stage or you're still in the balcony, you're going to very rudely get thrown down to the entrance, all right? We usually get a couple of people when we do this. So let's see how many people we can get, because we're going to be lifting our blockers up and putting them back in 3, in 2, in 1. The blockers are now closed. Let's see how many people we got. Let's look in the back. How many people did we get on the close? Nobody? We didn't get anybody? Well, that's unusual. That's weird. All right, well, it looks like somebody else is going into place there just to make it that way. But yeah, we didn't catch anybody that time. That's unfortunate. We'll have to do better next time, Sharky. All right, here we go. All right, now, if you look at the top of the stage here, you're going to see that we have these pulsing lights. You're going to also see that we have them out on the street as well. And the reason that we have this is because, listen, as we're spending more and more time at home, we're breathing not as deep as we should. And what happens is your lungs get used to that capacity. Right, so your lungs will actually reduce in size, right? And the way to combat that is through deep breathing, all right? And if you deep breathing for just 15 minutes a day can actually expand your lung capacity. It can help you to live longer. It can lower your blood pressure. It is no reason not to do it. It is absolutely a good thing. And the way we're going to do this is as these lights expand, I want you to breathe in through your nose. All right, now they're moving at a different rate for everybody, so let the lights be your guide. But breathe in through your nose, and when the lights get to the very edge and you got your lungs nice and full and you feel that stretch, right, as the light starts to contract, just breathe the air out through your mouth and let it out, just like that. All right, you feel that nice cleansing breath like that, right? So as the light expands, breathe in through your nose, nice and slow, and as the lights contract, breathe out through your mouth just like that. And and you're doing this for just 15 minutes a day. It can lower your blood pressure, make you live longer. It's a really good thing to do. All right, now also listen, I'm gonna have to go through some promotional stuff, but I want you to keep on breathing while I do this, okay? If you go to if you enjoy your experience here today, please go to altvr.com. And when you're there, in the upper left, you're going to see a link for channels. When you click on that, you're going to see all these wonderful Altspace event channels. And right in the middle, it's going to say Ravenhall events. Like it doesn't say on this display right now, but you'll see where it says Ravenhall events there. Now, if you click on Ravenhall events, you're going to see there's a join Discord button. That's a great way to get a hold of us. It's a great way to say hello or ask questions if you have any. There's also a subscribe button, the most important button on the internet. And when you press it, it lets Altspace know that you enjoy our content. We don't get paid to do this. It makes us feel good when we ever see that number goes up. Not that we're not trying to. You may have noticed the Patreon sign that the buy us a coffee link. We are trying, but every time we see that number goes up, it just encourages us. It's almost as good as when you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, because that's the best. Actually, actually, if you feel like waving on out toward Ravenhall here, that's actually our YouTube camera. If we get a usable content, you can feel VR famous by waving out and be like, hey, YouTube, how's it going? Now, listen, at the end of our events, what we typically do is we press on this button here. And when I do, you're going to see a Ravenhall Talon hovercraft fly down the street, up over those trees, and land in that backyard area there. But before I do, quick question, everybody. You either use emojis or put your hands up like this. Now, when you came in here today, I want you to think about how you felt. All right? Does anybody feel better now than they did when they came in? If you feel better now than you did when you came in here, put your hands up or show me some emojis. Let me see. Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. All right, and that's the secret, too. If you're having, like, a bad day and you're feeling a little bit run down, or maybe you're feeling a little too cold like it is here, got a lot of cold weather, just start moving, all right? Like Sharky says, you got to keep moving. And you keep moving, and that's going to make you feel a lot better, all right? So just keep that in mind. When you're not having a great day, just start moving. It can really help. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and we're going to press this button right now. And as we do, direct your attention out the window and watch what happens.
Ravenhall Talon aircraft en route to your position.
All right, now that is a Ravenhall Talon hovercraft. This aircraft is a vehicle that you can actually fly. So if you've never learned how to fly in Altspace before, if you'd like to try this vehicle, come on out and join me. But as you do so, everybody join me over here at lane 1, all right? And let's, squeeze our left trigger so we move really fast because we don't want to miss our flight. But let's go into this lane 1 and someone come in behind me and someone coming behind them. You guys remember from before. All right, let's start pumping those arms. And as we go into the turns, let's lift our arms up like this. And then we go
Talon
on out into lane
is
2.
now boarding
All right, the
outside
ship's
for
arriving here.
transport to the
There we go.
Ravenhall Flight Academy.
Pump them arms. There
Please
we go.
exit the building and step
No, we're not
into the
gonna
blue
miss it.
light.
We're
Thank
better
you.
than that. All right, that's my producer telling us we're not going to make it. Come on, everybody, we can make it. All right, as we come out of the 5th lane, let's go into this lobby area and outside, and there it is. All right, so we're going to go into that blue light, and I'll see you all at the Academy. And listen, I want to thank you all for joining me. You've been a great audience. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.